Good morning and welcome to a weekend vlog. So I've never done a vlog before, so we'll see how this goes. I feel like I'm gonna maybe forget to show different things, but I'm gonna try my best. But yeah, happy first day of summer for me. So if you don't know, I'm a first grade teacher here in Tennessee, and yesterday was my last day of school for the summer. And this is the first year in several years that I'm not doing summer school. And one of the reasons is why I really wanted to focus on Etsy, being able to focus on like social media and getting it together, because I started my Etsy shop mid-April, and if you're an educator, you know it's a very busy time. So I feel like I did pretty well, but there were definitely days I'm like, man, I wish I had more time to focus on this. So my plan for like, I guess the next 8-ish weeks that I'm off is to just really lock in and keep learning and keep growing. So I've put it out on the internet. Now I have to do it. First, I like to get my thoughts together, because I'm very much a boom, 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 like kind of person, like all over the place. If I don't have kind of a plan. So I'm sitting here with my Notion template open, but also I'm a journal girly. So I've kind of like jotted some things that I want to get done down and go from there. I know I have some products that I need to print. Yesterday I was kind of working on mock-ups to see like what they looked like, and actually I have some here. So I'm working on these like summer, I don't know if the glare, there's a light behind you maybe, okay. I'm working on these like summer slasher bookmarks, and they kind of have like just the tones on the back, just to see how they do. I've noticed that bookmarks sell really well. I just haven't found bookmarks that aren't annotation kits that are selling really well. So because the annotation kits are selling well, I kind of took the summer fruity bookmarks that I made and tried to make them into like an annotation kit. So here's the back, again, the glare. It just has summer reads. One of them has like just general, and this one's more like beachy theme. So we have beach read annotation kit and then backyard bookmark annotation kit. And then I might take one of these designs, or maybe two of them, and turn it into an annotation kit as well. So yeah, some products to make. I'm going to take you along for that. And then I guess I'm going to also kind of talk about my journey, and basically if you're getting started on honestly anything, Etsy, you want to start a YouTube, you want to start Instagram, you want to, I think I'm just going to kind of talk about just the journey and just how the motivation of like what I've done, and that you can do it too. So come along if that interests you. Yeah, let's get started.
I feel like the quiet first step that no one talks about is all the research that you're going to be doing in whatever you're going to start. For me, that was Etsy, and I spent so much time researching Etsy, the makings of Etsy, marketing, how to get started, how to make products, how to properly present the products. There was so much research that went into it. When I first started out, I was really focused on making stickers, which I didn't know how to do at first. So I was trying to figure out the best sticker brands, the best printer brands, which is what you're seeing here. I was focused on how to make the stickers, how to cut the stickers on my silhouette cameo. All of these things took a lot of time researching and trying to figure out what was the best way to do things. When I got started, I already owned the laminator and the silhouette. So as I went on, I learned that a lot of people don't think the silhouette is the best machine for this. However, I wasn't going to buy something new just for this. So I was like, let me see if I can make it work for me. So I did a lot of research with ChatGPT, asking questions, looking up videos of other people that have done this and had similar experiences. It was a lot of just getting that foundation. So definitely don't skip that step. So, for instance, this morning, as I've tried to record this voiceover, I've had the hardest time. I got a new microphone, and this is my first time ever doing a voiceover on the computer, and it has been awful, to be honest. But, I have my little breakdowns, and then I come back to it. So sometimes that's what you need to do. Take a break, step away from it, ask for help, and come back to it. The next thing I want to talk about is just actually making whatever it is. Whatever the thing is, just making it. It doesn't matter if it's perfect. It's probably not going to be perfect. You're probably going to mess up a lot. But if you never start, you never have the chance to mess up and to learn and grow. So the first stickers that I printed, oh my goodness, I wish you could see them. They were sideways, printed crooked, color messed up, all of these different things that were issues, and I would sit there and just cry, to be honest, because I'm such a perfectionist and I was so angry that I could not figure it out and I didn't understand what was wrong. But again, going back to that research part, I just kept trying and I figured it out. I also enjoyed getting my friends in on the process, so I would take bookmarks to them at school. I'm like, okay, hold both of these. What do you like about them? What do you not like about them? So getting other people's opinion in and hearing their thoughts actually helped me, because some of the things like, oh yeah, I like this. And it kind of gave me that validation that it was good and that I could, actually be successful at this. Which brings me into my next point. I think telling people, especially people that you love and you trust, is a good idea to hold yourself accountable. Some people like to make their moves and have their fails and successes in private. However, I do think there's some benefit to putting it into the universe, like, hey, this is what I'm doing, because then people are going to ask you about it, and it's going to be like, oh man, I have to kind of show up because other people know that I'm doing this thing. So for me, it's been motivational, but if it's not for you, it's not for everyone. I feel like a lot of these tips kind of go together, but my next thing is do not give up. This is a long game, right? You're not going to see overnight success. That's something that I'm still to this day dealing with, is thinking that success is going to happen overnight, and I have to put in that work for that to happen. So for instance, when I first started my Instagram, of course, I didn't know anything about making reels, editing them, or anything. If you look back at my first reels, which please don't, but if you did, they are horrendous. And I've learned so much since then on how to edit, how to make sure the lighting is right. So with that example of Instagram, looking at how far I've come since then and how my platform has grown is incredible. And I just have to remind myself that didn't happen overnight. Neither is this YouTube thing, neither is Etsy. I'm just going to keep putting in the work, showing up, and hopefully one day I will see the success in all of my hard work. So you can see here I was printing the summer slasher annotation kits, and I had to turn the front side one way and then the back side the other way, so that way when they print correctly. I don't know if it's just how I put the paper into the printer, but that's just the way that they print the best for me. And I was trying to look at 2 different font colors to see what I liked best and go from there. So it was a lot of trial and error, and honestly, what ended up happening even after this clip is we didn't like either one of them. So I tried, I think, 4 different ways, and then we started getting somewhere. So it's a lot of trial and error, especially at the beginning.
So I can get comfortable. I've been making and printing products and like trying stuff out. So I just printed the summer camp slasher annotation kit. I don't know if I like it. I'm gonna say what Edward thinks. The problem is, I guess I could have brought it over here. The problem is, the one that looks the best is the white font, but the other side is the yellow font. So I'm thinking if I do that one, I'm gonna have to go back and change the back. So that's another thing I learned the hard way, is do not try to make a bunch of something at one time, because I almost hit print 2 or 3 and I'm like, wait, you don't even know if this looks good or not. That's stupid. And then I guess I put the clip in here, but I was like making a whole page of one instead of testing out 2 different prints on one. I'm like, oh wait, hold on, and I had to go back and delete it. I'm also like a very early riser, even if my brain is not ready to be up. So like sometimes I'm working faster than my brain's like, hold on, slow down, you're running on coffee. That's not right. So now I have a whole stack of things to cut. I don't know if I'm gonna cut now. I might go ahead and cut, and I might like watch some YouTube that way I can like focus. I've been listening to SZA though. Like the Lana album is so good. It's been on repeat. So anyway, I think I'm gonna switch to YouTube and start cutting. And then hopefully Edward will wake up soon and tell me what he thinks about these so I can like keep editing. Maybe I should go ahead and do a mock-up of the other one. And that's why I was saying this is just a lot of trial and error, because like I do things, when I make the bookmark, I make it into its own PNG file, and then I have to download it and re-upload it into my template that I print. And the template already has like exactly space where I can like print front and back. There could be an easier way if somebody has one. I mean, I'm always open, but it works.
When I started making these bookmarks, I was originally using my machine to cut them. However, when I do that, I can fit less bookmarks on a page, and sometimes they were still cut incorrectly. And I just felt like with my cutting machine thingy, I don't even know what this is called, I could be more precise than what the machine was. So it might take me a little bit more time. However, I'd rather it be done correct than rush through it and it be wrong.
All right, good morning and happy Sunday. So yesterday I kind of got cut off. We went to go visit my husband's family, and we went and visited his grandfather and stuff. So some of the work that I wanted to get done yesterday did not get done, but we're gonna work on that this morning, and it's all gonna be good. So I'm still working on the slasher, the camp slasher annotation kits that I was working on yesterday. I printed them and I didn't quite like the color of the font, so I'm still like messing around with those, trying to see what I can accomplish. But yeah, that's the plan this morning. And I actually got an order for an annotated book, and it's one that's not ready to go, so I'm going to work on that. However, it is a holiday weekend, which means even if I sat here this morning and like knocked it out, I'm not going to be able to ship it. So anyways, I'm going to stop talking and get some stuff done, but let's go.
So later I can show more about my shipping product kind of process. That's actually the part that I was the most excited for on like making products, is the shipping part. I think It's so fun. And that might seem really weird, but I just love watching people assemble packages to get to go to someone. So yeah, I'll probably do another video, especially if I get a lot of orders for some reason. I'd love to like just show the process of that. So here I am printing this summer reading annotation kits. There's one that's like backyard book club and the other one says beach read. The funny thing is I showed that in this vlog and then I ended up completely changing the design. So I'll have to show you that later because I don't think I have any clips of that. But it was giving me the hardest time being able to cut it correctly with the gingham pattern around the edge. However, how I changed it, one looked so much cuter and two was so much easier for me. So it was definitely a win-win situation. I actually, after this clip, we went to Michael's so I could get another corner rounder because this one was giving me the blues and I think it's getting dull. Someone told me I could put like aluminum foil in there and make it sharp again, but it wasn't working for me, so I might need to do some research on that.
I love to see it. Out of all these bookmarks I just cut, I only messed up one. And it was really, it's not even that serious, but it's the hole punch at the top. So this is going to go in the oopsie, and these are going to go in the inventory. Okay, a little update. I had some printing issues, so I fixed the template. Then I printed it. Notice this side's blue, that side's pink. I printed it the wrong way. And that's what I'm talking about, like, trial and error. Like, I guess I don't think I was paying attention. I thought I did, though, because when I take it out, I thought it flipped it the right way. Anyways, so even after all this time, I'm still, you know, having things that I mess up. And it's going to be okay. But I am frustrated. All right, good morning. Well, that's what I get for that being the first time I talked. Good morning and happy Wednesday. I'm sitting here, I have my coffee obviously, and I have some goals I want to get done today. So the first one is listing photos and then making the actual listing. So those are the first two things I'm gonna sit here and knock out this morning. I need to test out my microphone because I'm supposed to be having like a podcast interview tomorrow, and I bought a new microphone. And of course, if you give yourself a week to do something, you're gonna wait a week, and that's what I did. I got the microphone and it's been sitting there. So I'm gonna try that out, and then I want to finish annotating the book that I need to ship that sold. And then I had another order yesterday for bookmarks, so I'm gonna get those packaged up too. So come along with me.
All right, here I am just working on listing photos to be able to post for Etsy. And I feel like I've gotten a rhythm down. However, I don't know if it's what the Etsy algorithm wants, but it is what I like. So I've been playing around, you know, with it and just seeing what I like and what does well. The interesting thing is the listing that I don't like the photos on actually is performing the best in terms of numbers of items sold. So maybe it doesn't matter as much as I think it does, but of course you want things that look nice to be able to show your product because you want them to look professional. So if you're not using Canva, highly recommend. I do have the pro account, but there are a lot of free features that make this process so easy.
All right, so my last task for the vlog for today, because I'm done after this, I am annotating the invisible life of Addie LaRue to send to a customer. So I started it yesterday and then we stopped and went to the movies. So I didn't get very far, but I'm gonna sit here and knock this out and then I'm gonna go relax and read for the rest of the day. So I hope you enjoyed the vlog and thank you for hanging out with me.
And that is going to be all for today. If you took the time to sit here and hang out with me, I truly appreciate it. Please like this video, share it with anybody that you think would enjoy it, and also subscribe and stick around. I'm excited to show more of my journey, and I'm excited to take you along with me. Have a great day.